Welcome everybody to the Hibiscus Sports Complex as Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia present to you the QBL Game of the Week featuring the Southwest Metro Pirates hosting the Ipswich Force. I'm John Guarn. I'm joined in the commentary panel and production panel by Regan Baker. Tonight is a huge game for both of these teams, Regan. Both fighting it out for a finals position at the moment. Ipswich sits in 7th place with a 6-6 record, while the Pirates come in sitting in 9th place with a 5-7 record. You got to expect an intense 40 minutes between these two teams.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, Pirates in particular really going to want to come out of their 1-from-2 win-loss ratio last weekend as well. Really fighting for position in those grand finals. I saw all the posts on their Facebook page. I'm speaking to people all throughout the stadium today. Southwest really want to fight their way into that top 8 to make the semi-final playoffs. Ipswich sitting in the playoffs at the moment, but they do have a couple of injuries and a couple of players away this week as well. So they're going to want to really come out here and shine tonight so that they can make it back in, so they can maintain that 7th position.
You mentioned there was a mixed bag for the Pirates last weekend. They got the win over the Sunshine Coast Phoenix on the Saturday, but then they backed up with a tough loss to the Brisbane Capitals. That was a huge game for the Pirates. They let one slip away. They dropped that one 88-82. Shelby Cheslick did everything that she could possibly do in that game with 21 points and 14 rebounds, also 6 blocks. How important is a player like Shelby Cheslick, especially tonight in this big matchup with Ipswich?
Yeah, absolutely huge. I mean, she's going to be the biggest player for Southwest out there tonight. I mean, looking at the two teams out on the floor, Cheslick is by far the tallest player on the court, standing well and truly over every player on the Ipswich team. So it's going to be a big difference, and Bairstow as well. I mean, she's going to be a huge, important player in this game, not only from deep with her amazing three-point shot coming from a big. We're just going to take a quick break here as we go to the anthem, and we'll continue shortly.
Another great rendition of the Australian national anthem. We were talking Shelby Cheslick. Let's talk about the Ipswich Force, though, and their big win last week. And it was a 104-83 win over a fairly solid Gladstone team. And for her performance last week, Markel Walker won the QBL Player of the Week. She had 22 points and 20 rebounds. 8 of those rebounds were offensive. She shot 8 of 15 from the field, got to the free throw line 10 times. So you expect Ipswich to try and get Markel Walker going again here tonight. What do you think the Pirates need to do to slow down Walker?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's going to be very important for them tonight to get out there and really stop her scoring streak. And, I mean, the biggest thing is going to be preventing her from going to the free throw line as well. I mean, 10 free throws in a game of basketball, she's just an absolute powerhouse. Every time she gets the ball, she looks to score. And Southwest just need to make sure they're quick on their feet, they're getting in front, they're not putting her to the line, because she can clearly put those free throws away.
Yeah, it's going to be some interesting matchups on the court. This is, like we said, a huge game. Ipswich with the 6-6 record and currently in 7th place. Don't forget, the finals format has changed so far this season, so it's a top 8 battle between to make the finals. So it's no longer the you win your pool and you're in. You got to be able to finish in that top 8. That's why this matchup is so big tonight. If you're the Pirates, what are your keys to the win?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, realistically, it's just looking at your strengths. I mean, Southwest, everything at the moment is coming through Steph Bairstow, Shelby Cheslick. So those two players really need to work together tonight to make sure they're getting the points on the board. Southwest is going to be pushing this game the entire way. Sky Reeves is out tonight, so they are losing a big presence on the inside. But you've still got Shelby Cheslick and Steph Bairstow to back that up. I mean, the guard side of things, hopefully we're still going to see a really, really strong game coming out of the guards as well. Kelly Page coming off the bench has been having an amazing game for Southwest in the last couple of rounds. So hopefully we just see the entire team work together to really push the ball up the court and get it into their strengths to get those points on the board.
And for Ipswich again, this game is just as important. It's really tight on the ladder. You look at the ladder at the moment, the Capitals are in the 8th spot at the moment. They're at a 5-5 record, so they're breathing down the neck of Ipswich. And Southwest is just a little bit behind them as well. You've got the USC Rip at 5-7, so they're not out of it. Rockhampton sits at 4-9, so it's really only those bottom 2 or 3 teams like the Phoenix, the Gold Coast Rollers, and the Mountaineers that technically are out of it. But you still have a fight for those last few spots on the finals, on the ladder there, and every game is going to be important. For Ipswich, if you're Ipswich, what do you have to do to take care of business versus the Pirates, Regan?
Look, Ipswich just needs to keep doing what they've been doing over the last couple of rounds. I mean, they've just been playing their own game of basketball, really focusing on the basics, you know, just pushing the ball up the court, just protecting it as they're coming, and driving hard to the bucket. I mean, Ipswich in the last couple of rounds that I've seen them and that I've looked at their stats, they've been absolutely punishing the inside shots and driving to the basket and going to the free throw line. I mean, they're really looking after that ball, and they're just doing all the little things right to just keep themselves nice and comfortable in that 7th place position. So if they can just keep on their own game, you know, even though they do have 4 of their original squad out tonight, if they can just keep playing the same way they have, then they should go okay in the game tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be some interesting matchups tonight. You're going to see who and how Ipswich defends Shelby Cheslick. I think that's going to be first and foremost on the Force's mind. And then for Southwest, how do you contain Markel Walker? How do you slow down the guards, Ash Theaton, Rachel May, Bree Farley? Georgia Williams had a huge game. She had a real breakout game last week, and she's been solid for the Force all season. But last week she finished with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's going to be a really good game. I'm looking forward to this one, Regan.
Yeah, the trio coming out of Ipswich, I mean, you've got your Rachel May, Markel Walker, Georgia Williams, all 3 of them, between them scoring 66 points last week in that game against Gladstone. I mean, all 3 players are an absolute powerhouse, and if they can keep performing at that standard in tonight's game, Southwest is going to have a very hard time competing.
And Southwest, you mentioned it in your pregame keys, but they're also battling some injuries. Like you said, they're out. Sky Reese is out, so she's not even here. So she's usually one of their first players off the bench if she's not starting. And Sydney Parsons, as we know all season long, has been fighting a knee injury, so she's not really playing at 100% either. But the tip's underway, and Ipswich is going to have the first possession. Southwest comes out in a bit of zone. They go inside. Walker finishes from Landry. Good play there from Landry.
And already Walker showing that really strong drive on the inside as well, just making space.
And Mate comes up with the steal, so Southwest turning the ball over on their first possession. There's Walker with it. Good ball movement, Eaton driving baseline. Her pass tipped, and Page comes up with the steal. Now Parsons, good look inside for Cheslick. Nice fast break action there from Southwest.
And that was such an incredible duo last week as well. I mean, the number of times the ball has come up the court, and it's come up in the hands of, you know, Sid Parsons, and it's ended up with a Cheslick layup. To see a nice long 3-point drop there from Mate.
Yeah, Rachel Mate shooting the ball pretty well so far this season. She's hitting at a 36% clip. Mate made the move over from Brisbane, and she's really thrived here for the Force as Bairstow fires a deep 3 that's off. Walker comes down with it. Page nearly gets the steal. She does come up with it. Now Cheslick has it. Bairstow again. She won't hesitate. That one rims in and out.
I think the addition of Page in the starting five for Southwest is huge as well. I mean, the game that we saw her play last week, she did a really, really good job coming off the bench. I mean, she scored double digits and probably had one of the better performances in the side.
Yeah, Page has been a really solid contributor. She had a season-high 16 last week versus the Brisbane Capitals. Does a little bit of everything. I know Coach Cheney loves her for her energy, and she brings that whenever she's out on the court.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, she's been a great addition for Southwest, whether she's coming off the bench or like tonight's game where she's starting 5. It would be really good to see her performance in the starting 5 lineup here tonight.
Willie looking inside for Cheslick with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Good skip pass. Page going to fire the corner 3. It's off. Bairstow gets the offensive rebound, though. It's a long one, but then she has it stolen by Ash Theaton. Now up ahead to Walker. Layup is off. Walker just a bit too casual with it, but Parsons loses it out of bounds. Don't see Markel Walker miss those easy ones too often.
No, not a lot. Not this season that we've seen.
It's 12 seconds on the shot clock here for it. They reset it. I don't know what happened there. They reset it to 24. Nonetheless, Ipswich missed, and Southwest has it now. A lot of contact. Referee's going to call the travel on Sydney Parsons. Mate beat her to the spot. A lot of contact, but the referees said Mate did a good job getting in position. Zone here from Southwest. Mate has it on the wing. Now Farley looking to attack the middle, kicks it out to Mate. She hit one from there before, misses this one though.
Maddie Willie coming down with a strong board on the inside for Southwest.
Hey, Willie's been really good for them so far this year also. A lot of contact inside. As Landry and Cheslick battling for position. They're going to get Landry for that personal foul. That's her first, the team's first as well. Willie's open for three. She'll fire the wing shot. It's off.
Southwest not having much luck from deep so far in this game. It's about 3 or 4 missed threes already. Only 3 minutes into the game. Ipswich goes for theirs now.
And Farley that time has the three. Landry with the offensive rebound. Pass though is stolen by Parsons and she's off and running. Finds the trailer. Cheslick, whose layup is off. Offensive rebound is knocked out of bounds. Off of Ipswich, so it's going to stay with Southwest. And that was one thing that I noticed when I was doing my research for that game last week versus the Capitals for the Pirates. They shot 33 three-pointers. I don't know how happy Coach Cheney would have been about that.
Yeah, they did the same last weekend as well. I mean, there's a lot of 3 points coming. I think last week they only shot at about 30% from deep as well. So they're taking a lot of opportunities from deep. They're just not converting at a high enough percentage to warrant taking, anywhere between 30 and 43 points in a game. That's a lot. And to a degree, probably too many. When you've got the likes of Steph Bairstow and Shelby Cheslick, they can go inside and punish the inside.
There's a defensive foul called there. That was on Sydney Parsons. That's her first personal, the team's first. It's going to send Landry to the free throw line on the season. Shanita Landry shoots at about a 66% clip. Landry missed the first. You got to expect Coach Cheney's going to have the short rotations tonight. He's only got 9 players on the court, available at least.
Yeah, he's not playing too deep tonight, Coach Cheney. So you can imagine that the rotations, they're probably going to be stretched out a little bit. He won't just rotate the girls through because then they're not going to actually gel as a team and be able to play as well. So he'll probably just take his time, but he'll sub players out, but he'll sub them out for a little while longer than normal.
So Cheslick missed the layup attempt there. Eaton flips one up. That's off. Page comes down with it. Good ball movement here. Bairstow has it. Kicks it into the corner for Willie. A three-pointer is good. They're going to say it was 2. Foot was on the line. Game's tied at 5. Maybe on the scoreboard. They just changed it, so I was reading off the scoreboard. It was a 2-pointer, so it's 5-4. Pirates trail by 1 as Page comes up with the steal.
Big screen there from Cheslick, taking out Mate. As Willie drives on the inside and flips one up for 2.
Yeah, Willie did a good job there, taking advantage of the space that screen from Cheslick afforded her.
Yeah, and just fighting through the contact there on the shot as well. Not worrying about if the foul's going to get called. She just took the bump, went to the basket, and did what was important.
Layup by Walker is missed. She gets her own rebound, pump fakes a few times, and misses again. Cheslick didn't get a piece of that one, but she's certainly intimidating inside, isn't she, Regan?
Yeah, coming up against someone as not only tall, but with as long arms as Cheslick as well. I mean, coming up against that on the inside, it makes it hard to know how you're going to actually shoot the ball over the top of her. So she can put you off quite easily.
Yeah, she's the leading shot blocker in the competition. She averages just under 3 blocks a game. She had 6 last week versus Brisbane. As Farley's three-pointer is off, and Bairstow comes down with it. And again, Parsons looking to put the Jets on. She's going to stop and pop. Jumper short, though. Pretty fast-paced action here from both teams. They're looking to get going early. Farley clears the way. No charge called there, and an easy layup for Walker.
Yeah, Sid Parsons taking it well as well. Just took the bump, went down, got straight back up again and into action. So good defense there from Sid Parsons.
Cheslick hands off for Willie. She's hit back-to-back jumpers. Now they go back to Cheslick, shooting over the defense. Can't get it to roll in. Farley rips down the rebound. Then Willie picks up a reach-in foul. So a few changes here. Talisha Manamaluga is going to check in for Sydney Parsons. You got Georgia Williams checking in, Abbott, and Lauren O'Sullivan for the Force. So here's Mate with the ball. Looking inside for O'Sullivan. Good ball movement. Williams open. Jump shot is too strong, and Cheslick comes down with it. Willie fading away, gets the roll. They're going to count the basket. Let's see who they call this foul on. That one's going to go on Rachel Mate. So fighting for a position inside. It's her first personal. So possession will stay with Southwest. 14 on the shot clock. Bit of confusion on the score bench here. All good?
Yeah, I think just confirming that points definitely did count, and the foul was after the actual shot went in. There was a bit of a push on the inside. Still seems to be a bit of confusion.
All good. We're all set now.
There's nothing wrong with double checking to make sure that everything's all good.
Inbounds pass stolen by Mate. And then Bairstow going to get called for the reach in.
Yeah, Rachel Mate straight away making up for that little foul there as well.
A lot of whistles here tonight. Not a lot of foul calls now. It's only been five team fouls. They want the floor wipers to come out and dry up some moisture on the court.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of niggly little calls tonight. You got the out of bounds and travel, so game's been playing good spirits so far, so nothing too bad going on. But yeah, it seems like it's been a long 6.5 minutes.
10-7 the lead here for Southwest over Ipswich. We got about 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Williams skips it to Walker. Walker putting it on the deck, floating one up. It's going to count, plus the foul. Good take there by Markel Walker. That's just lazy defense, and you see Coach Cheney immediately going to the bench. Not going to be happy with that defense there from the Pirates.
Yeah, no, straight away we see Coach Cheney going in, making a couple of subs there, because it's 2 lazy fouls in a row. I mean, Steph Bairstow coming up the court. Just lazy hand check on the side of Rachel May, and we got another one there as well. And that one draws up the score at 10-all as well. So not a good passage of play there for Southwest.
And a bit of pressure from Ipswich. They nearly got the steal, but it went out of bounds off of the Force. So Southwest will keep the ball.
Ooh, almost a little bit of a shuffle there from Willie as she drives strong to the basket for 2.
Yeah, Willie doing a good job getting to the bucket there. I think, Willie's just a really talented player. She can do a little bit of everything. I think quite often, though, so far, when I've seen her play, she settles for the jump shot. I like her getting to the bucket a little bit more, getting a few of those easy ones, or maybe getting to the free throw line.
And I think she's shown that in the first couple of minutes in tonight's game as well. I mean, she's had 2 amazing drives, pretty much from halfway all the way down into the keyway for the drive. So she's got good vision. She can see where the gaps are. I think too many times she just settles for that long shot when she should be looking for those open drives down the center of the court.
Yeah, and you get a player like Shelby Cheslick. Cheslick set some of the best screens I've seen in the women's QBL competition so far this season. So maybe come off one of those screens. I'd be looking to get to the bucket because you're drawing the big defender away from you from the basket as well. So
yeah, even a couple of like high-low screens as well, like between the likes of Cheslick and Maddie Willie. So you've got that screen there. So if Willie drives to the bucket and then gets defended, you've got that pick and roll opportunity down into the center of the court for the handoff to Cheslick. So, I mean, I'd like to see that a little bit more in Southwest's game, playing inside strong with a pick and roll.
Foul called there on O'Sullivan. So there's 3 team fouls for Ipswich. Cheslick gets it on the block out to Bairstow. Bairstow looking to get going. Williams going to fire the baseline jumper. That's short. Abbott comes down with it. Williams kicking ahead to George, the captain. Back to Georgia Williams. Good baseline pass to O'Sullivan, who hits the jumper. Nice passage of play there from Ipswich. And we're not at that 12. Here's Willie putting it on the floor. Kicks it out to Williams with 8 on the shot clock. Now Manamaluga looking inside. She has to skip to Willie. Willie's going to fire a deep 3 that hits the front of the rims off. Good hesitation dribble there. Williams, though, can't finish the shot. Cheslick again on the block. Going to step back, pops the jumper. Walker comes down with the defensive rebound. Chases it, goes out of bounds off of Markel Walker, so Southwest will maintain possession.
Yeah, a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Still not at a 12 all. Couple of important key moments here for both teams to try and get that upper hand going into the quarter time break. Very low scoring game tonight as well, and I don't think that necessarily comes down to any lapses in defense from either team. I think both teams have just been a little bit unlucky with the bounce of the ball on the rim tonight.
A few good looks didn't fall for either of the teams so far. Beatson has it for Pirates. Her pass is tipped out of bounds off of Ipswich. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Sydney Parsons checks in for Talija Manamaluga.
So nice quick inbound play here from Southwest. Parsons has it on the 3.
She's got to
1
get the
second
shot
she
off.
needs to shoot.
Williams fires it. That's way off. Parsons just hesitated that 1 second, and that's the difference between getting the shot off and the shot clock violation.
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit of a lapse in recognition from all players on Southwest there as to that 4 seconds and how quickly that was going to go down. Sid Parsons just got caught up and wasn't able to get the ball off in time.
Landry driving, slicing through the lane. You're going to get Cheslick. That's her first personal. That's the 15th foul for Southwest. Going to send Landry to the free throw line for 2 shots. Renee Tees checks in for Celeste Williams. Just about a minute to go here. Landry's free throw gives the Force a 1-point lead, 13-12. Parsons kicking ahead to Willie. She's going to shoot the jumper. That's off. And Willie nearly steals it. Landry recovers it for the Force. Williams' wing 3 is off the front of the rim. Beatson comes down with it. So both teams at the moment struggling to get the ball in the basket.
Yeah, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter here. I think Southwest just needs to slow things down a little bit and look for a good scoring opportunity, which that exactly was. Amanda Beatson drawing the defense to her inside the keyway for that nice little Cheslick jump shot.
That was great offense there from Southwest. Need to back it up with a stop here. They're up 1, 14-13. About a 3-second differential between the game and shot clock. O'Sullivan's baseline jumper's off.
Yeah, probably not the greatest shot there coming out of Ipswich. I mean, they've now given Southwest an opportunity to extend their lead going into the quarter time break. Sydney Parsons just popping off a little right-handed hook. No good on that one, though, so it does end up being a 1-point differential. Southwest up going into the break. Both teams just getting a little bit unlucky on some of their shots tonight. I think neither team is settling into this game. I think there's a lot of nerves coming into tonight's games. Southwest rushing a lot of shots. They're just, not taking the right opportunities. They're taking a lot of rushed outside shots instead of getting the ball inside as much as they should. And same sort of thing with Ipswich as well. That last shot was a bit of a summary of what their quarter's been like. They haven't been taking the best shots that they should be. I mean, when you've got a 3-second differential going into the quarter, you need to take that last shot opportunity to prevent the other team from scoring.
Yeah, I think both teams got some pretty good looks. Unfortunately, it didn't fall for them, but it is the quarter time break, Regan. The score is 14-13 for the Pirates over the Force. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with some statistics in the second quarter of action here in your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. All right, back with you here. It was the end of the first quarter. Take a look at the quarter time statistics. Ipswich shot 29% from the field. Southwest 31%. There's only been one three-pointer in the game, and that's by Ipswich. They're 1 of 5. Southwest 0 of 5. Pretty even on the rebounding count, 16-12. Pirates lead. Let's see if we can find some individual scorers for you here. Leading the way for Southwest was Maddie Willie. She had 8 points. Cheslick had 4. Parsons with 2, and that's it for Southwest. For the Force, Markel Walker, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Mate had 3. O'Sullivan had 2, and that's pretty much it for the Force. Bairstow had that quiet one. Beatson's offensive rebound. She's fouled on the putback attempt. But, quiet first half. Southwest would be happy to have the lead, but when you have Steph Bairstow go 0 for 3 and Sid Parsons with only 2 points, you'd be pretty happy to have the lead at the quarter-time break.
Yeah, and I saw Steph Bairstow warming up before this game as well. And, I mean, she was probably hitting about 60% of the three-pointers. She must have taken 50 before the game tonight and was hitting at a very high percentage. So to hit that many in your warm-up and to come out in-game and not hit any, I mean, she'll be feeling the frustration.
Beatson hits 1 of 2, so it's 15-13 now for Southwest to lead. Farley's going to fire the three-pointer. It's too strong, and Willie has it for Southwest. Parsons coming off the Beatson screen, finds Willie. She drives baseline. Layup attempt is good. Maddie Willie using that shot fake at will. Ipswich keeps biting. She's going to keep throwing it out there.
Yeah, and once again, just showing that Maddie Willie's got such a strong inside game. I'd love to see that more often from her. In the games we've seen in the past, she always keeps taking those long shots. But she can do some real work on the inside. I mean, 6 points tonight coming out of Willie, all from layups.
And good defense there from Beatson on Landry. So Southwest comes up with the stop. Looking to add to their lead. Bairstow, step through, stop and pop is good. And Steph Bairstow's the kind of player, Regan, when she sees one fall, you can see a windfall of shots starting to drop for Bairstow.
Yeah, definitely all pieces falling into place now for Southwest. Both Maddie Willie and Steph Bairstow getting themselves on a little bit of roll. Definitely benefiting Southwest as we see Landry go inside for a nice easy 2.
Yeah, it's good creativity there from Rachel Mate, getting her feet in the paint. And now with the solid defense, but Southwest breaks the pressure.
Yeah, great defensive press there from Ipswich, really putting some up-court pressure on Sydney Parsons. Almost got the 8-second turnover as well. Southwest really having to rush things towards the end as Willie tries to go long for the 3. That's no good.
That was a great rebound there by Abbott. Now Mate has it for Ipswich. Picks up her dribble, and Ipswich going to reset. Williams now over to Mate. 10 on the shot clock. Good high-low action. Landry gets open and finishes strong. That was a great pass there by Bianca Abbott.
Yeah, really good offensive play there from Ipswich as a whole. I mean, 4 nice quick passes to get the easy bucket as Willie once again goes to town on the inside for 2.
Yeah, Willie's got it going on. She's the leading scorer of the game. She's got 12 points so far, and the Pirates are up by 4. Abbott's going to fire a jump shot that's way short. Willie teardrop is good. Maddie Willie willing Southwest to the lead so far.
Yeah, on fire is Maddie Willie at the moment. Really finding her form now in this second quarter.
Williams going to fire the 3 from the wing. It hits nothing but net. Cuts the lead to 3. Willie beats the defense down the floor and finishes with the layup.
Ipswich really needs to get onto that. Surely they've recognized by now that Maddie Willie has come out in this second quarter to play. They need to find a way to stop her. Even if they're going to be playing a zone defense, it might be an idea to go 4-1 and just have someone on Willie because she's just punishing the defense. She's just finding that gap every single time at the moment.
And Coach George wouldn't be happy with Willie defending deep and then beating everyone down the court either. So Parsons going to get a breather. Kelly Page going to check back in for the Pirates. 6:35 to go in the first half. It's a 5-point lead for Pirates. Williams has it top of the key. She's going to fire a deep 3 that goes off, but Eaton comes up with the rebound. Six on the shot clock. Walker has it now. It's stripped by Tees, and Page comes up with it. Good play there by Renee Tees. Now Bairstow has it. Fading away, Bairstow hits it. She made it look easy, but that is a tough hit for Bairstow. Again, the high-low hurts Pirates. Walker to Landry. Beatson can't finish, tipped around. Walker comes down with it, actually Mate, sorry.
Yeah, both teams having a really strong first half of this second quarter here tonight. I think we've almost scored more in this first 4 minutes than we did in the entire first quarter. So both teams just took that first to really find their form as we see a very deep two, that one coming from Ashton Eaton.
Yeah, good hit there by Eaton. The lead is 3 for Southwest. Bairstow putting it on the floor for Pirates. She's going to fire the three-pointer that's off the front of the rim. Page, though, with the offensive rebound. Tees misses the little short jumper. Then there's a foul. Let's see who they give that one to. Going to give that one to Amanda Beatson. Parsons and Chesley get set to check back in. Willie getting a breather. So does Amanda Beatson. Willie deserves that one. She was going off for the Pirates.
Yeah, she was on fire. 4 in a row. Big, big points coming out of Willie. Just taking Southwest's lead. It's only down to 3 now, but it was up to 6 at one point in time. So very, very strong effort from Maddie Willie. We see a nice inside lay there for Ipswich. Brings the lead back down to 1.
As good as Southwest has been in this quarter, Ipswich has been able to match them shot for shot here. Pass from Bairstow stolen. Walker comes down with it. It's a 2-on-1. Mate saves it, finds Eaton. The layup is good, and Ipswich is taking the lead 28-27.
Yeah, big turnaround there from Ipswich. Really just going to town on that defensive side of things, preventing Southwest from scoring the last couple of plays and converting down their own end.
Parsons has it. Over to Page. We're under 10 on the shot clock now. With 4 on the shot clock, Page trying to force her way to the bucket. She gets called for the offensive foul as O'Sullivan steps up to take the charge.
Yeah, really good defense there from O'Sullivan. Just, she knew exactly where Kelly Page was trying to go. She just took that one quick step, got into her position, and took the charge right on the center of the chest. Really good defensive effort. Just once again showing that Ipswich is putting on the pressure down this end so they can get to their own and just do that thing and score the points.
Coach Cheney for the Pirates going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 4 minutes to go in the first half. 28-27 the lead for Ipswich over Southwest on your QBL Game of the Week. Presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here at the Hibiscus Sports Complex. 28-27 the lead for Ipswich over the Southwest Metro Pirates. It's a 15-13 quarter. Pretty tight game really throughout the entire first half. Southwest went on a bit of a run, but Ipswich has responded and responded well, Regan.
Yeah, they did not want Southwest to break away early on in that second quarter. Really just found their form defensively and just putting a couple of nice easy buckets away to get themselves that 1-point lead. As Eaton has it now at the top of the three-point line. Ipswich again looking to go to work.
Landry sets the screen for Eaton with 4 on the shot clock. She flips up a wild one. Chesley comes down with the rebound.
Southwest turn to slow things down now, try and find the open opportunity, which I think is what Southwest really needs to do. They need to stop focusing on their three-point game as Kelly Page takes a long one and it bounces out. Yeah, and they need to start looking at their inside opportunities because that's what's been working for them so far this game.
That shot by Page hit everything but the bottom of the net. Parsons comes up with the steal. Flips it up. Can't get it to fall, but she's fouled, so Sydney Parsons going to go to the free throw line for a couple shots. Willie going to get set to check back in here. Celeste Williams going to get a breather.
Yeah, that'd be my coaching tip with this game tonight. If Southwest is doing one thing wrong, they're not focusing strongly enough on the fact that they've got the 3 tallest players on the court at the moment. They've got Cheslak, they've got Bairstow, they've got Amanda Beatson, they've got these tall players that can get inside and they can keep scoring from the inside, but they keep taking long shots. And time again, it's proving that their long game is not what's going to win the game for them. It's scoring 60-70% from inside.
Yeah, they're certainly struggling from the field, Southwest. They're hitting at a 38% clip. Most of that struggles is from beyond the arc. They haven't hit a three-pointer yet. They're 0 of 8. And they're up 1. Walker, long twos, an air ball. O'Sullivan with the rebound. She can't put it back in. Those are the ones that come back to bite you later on. As Parsons flips one up, that's off. Eaton goes behind her back. Loses it out of bounds, though. Ashley Eaton with the turnover. It's going to be Ipswich's 8th turnover so far tonight. 2:20 to go. Just about 2:20 to go in the first half. 1-point game. We said it was going to be tight, Regan. Doesn't get a lot tighter than what we've seen so far tonight.
No, definitely not. And I don't see this 1-point, 3-point lock ending anytime soon either. I think we're going to see this closeness go all the way into the 4th quarter. But to be completely honest, I think it's all going to come down to if Southwest has a 3rd quarter.
Cheslak passes it out to Willie, who drains the 3. There's that in and out action. It doesn't always have to be a shot. At least get Cheslak some touches. You see the defense collapse. Leads to a 3-point bucket.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, that's the advantage of having the tallest player on the court, and tallest by a long way as well, is if you get the ball into her on the block, the defense is going to come because that's what you're taught. If there's a player that big standing on the block, you need to get your body on that to try and prevent those big shots.
Bit of rain, I think, Regan.
Yeah, very heavy rain by the sounds of it as well.
Good thing I mowed the lawn. Well, I didn't mow the lawn, but it was mowed yesterday. Here comes Bairstow looking to get in the block. She goes at Mate, and Mate's going to get called for the personal foul. It's going to be her 2nd personal. I think they're going to put Bairstow at the line for 2 shots here. She picked up the dribble. Coach George from Ipswich didn't like the call. Bairstow's going to go to the free throw line for her first 2 attempts tonight. She shoots 85% from the field. Excuse me, from the free throw line, but missed the first. Missed them both. That's a rarity from Steph Bairstow.
Yeah, that's not too common at all. I mean, 85% from the field, from the free throw line. I just did what you did. From the free throw line in the season and missed 2 in a row at the start.
How's Walker's intensity? 2 offensive rebounds. Grabs the 2nd, puts it in over Cheslak plus the foul.
Yeah, great passage of play there from Ipswich. Bringing the lead back down to 2 points with the extra opportunity here as well.
Yeah, it's Walker's 9th points of the night plus her 6th rebound, so she's pretty much halfway there to a double-double again.
Yeah, I think without a doubt that's going to happen tonight.
Can't hit the free throw. O'Sullivan entered the key early, though, so it's going to be a Southwest possession.
So 32-30 the score. Southwest still just leading by 2 with about 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter.
Page fires a 3. It's good from Kelly Page. She came off firing right away. It's a 5-point lead now for Southwest. Williams has it for Ipswich. Farley's been quiet. George going to fire the corner jumper. That's off. Walker, another offensive rebound. Then they're going to get her. They're going to get a foul call. I thought they might have called it travel. That's who they're going to give that one to. It's going to go on Kelly Page. I think that's Page's 3rd personal, only 2nd.
Yeah, and Southwest again finding themselves in foul trouble as well. Second quarter in a row that they've gone into 5 team fouls. Just need to watch their hands, as we sort of said before the game as well, John. I mean, you can't be putting the likes of Rachel Walker to the line to take those free throws.
Walker, though, missed the first one. So it stays a 5-point lead here for Southwest. Second one is off as well. Cheslak comes down with it. Cheslak has 4 rebounds. That was her 4th rebound. Willie looking inside. It's a bad pass, and it's picked off by Farley.
4 rebounds a little low for Cheslake in one half of basketball as well. I mean, she's been averaging almost 14 a game. So to have only 4 in the first half is a little bit low from her.
Farley's layup is too strong. Cheslake fouled from behind by Walker. Cheslake is the leading rebounder in the competition. She comes in with averaging 13.4 rebounds a game. She also has the most total rebounds in the competition as well. So she's not only averaging the highest, she's actually got the most total rebounds in the whole QBL women's competition.
And look, that doesn't surprise me either. I mean, I haven't seen the high statistics, but she's got to be either the tallest or the second tallest player in the women's competition this year as well. So it just goes to show that she's really going to work. So she's actually using her height to an advantage. She's not being soft on the inside. She's really fighting for those boards.
As Southwest able to hold for the final shot in the quarter. Got to think it's going to be a Willie shot here. She's been carrying Southwest. Steps back, top of the key three is too strong. Bairstow, offensive rebound. Putback is no good. O'Sullivan comes down with it, and there's the whistle. As we head into the half with a 5-point lead for Southwest, 35-30 over the Ipswich Force.
Yeah, great half of basketball happening here. Oop, as I just fix up the score. Great first half of basketball here coming from both sides. I mean, 30-35. We said it was going to be a close game, and that's definitely shown true in the game so far. Second quarter, a lot better than what we saw.
It was a good quarter of action. Southwest did a much better job, and it was really Maddie Willie who led the way for Southwest in that second quarter. She's got 19 points. That's more than half of what Southwest has, so really good job there from Willie, keeping the Pirates in the lead.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, Shelby Cheslake, I mean, 10 rebounds as well. So
I was looking at the wrong Cheslake. There's not a second one.
I had to say that surely 4 did not sound right. As soon as you said that stat, I knew something wasn't quite right there. I mean, 10 rebounds coming out of her as well. Of those, I don't have the offensive-defensive stat, but I can guarantee a lot of those are down the defensive end, so they're not giving Ipswich the second-chance opportunities. And if we actually jump down, Ipswich only got 2 second-chance points so far in the game. So Southwest really stopping those second-chance opportunities, pulling down the strong boards, getting it to the outlet, and then giving themselves a chance to score. So as a whole, Southwest is playing a very strong game of basketball at the moment, and hopefully they'll continue this 5-point lead.
It is a 5-point lead for the Pirates over Ipswich at the break. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with some statistics in the second half of action here from Hibiscus Sports Complex. And your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here at the Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's a 35-30 lead for Southwest over the Ipswich Force in a really important QBL battle for finals position. In the first half, Southwest shot 38% from the field, 46% from two, only 18% from three. And they hit 50% of their free throws. They're 3 of 6. On the other side, Ipswich shot 36% from the field, 40% from two, 22% from three, and only hit 25% of their free throw attempts, so that's going to hurt them in the long run. Both teams pretty even on the rebound count, 28 for Southwest, 23 for Ipswich. 8 assists for Southwest, 10 for Ipswich. Points in the paint is 20-18. Southwest leads that one. Very mid. All right, we're back with you here. Sorry about that, folks. We have some technical difficulties. Should be back with you now. It's now a 36-35 lead. Excuse me, 39-35 lead for Southwest over the Ipswich Force. About 7:15 to go. There's a foul call there. They're going to give that one to Kelly Page. Apologies again for the technical difficulties. I think the weather has thrown off our internet connection there for a bit. There's still a bit of confusion, though, I think, with the clock. So they're just confirming the score and the time on the clock. They've got 7:09 to go in the third quarter. It's 39-35 the lead. I think we're all having technical difficulties. The clock, us. I think the only people who are on top of things 100% here are the referees.
Yeah, it's just classic Queensland weather, always getting in the way of everything.
All right, we're reset now. Landry has it. He has it picked from her pocket, though, by Bairstow from behind. Pass inside. Cheslick swatted by Walker. What a swat there by Markel Walker. Farley skips it over to Eaton. She drives baseline, hands off for Landry, who loses the ball. She recovers, though, with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. There's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Southwest.
Sorry, guys, just want to confirm the score is 35-39 in Southwest's favour. They've changed over the scores on the live scoreboard here. They changed the light and dark sides. That's why there's a little bit of confusion going on there. So just to let you know, I'm switching things over now. So it is Southwest 39 versus Ipswich Force on 35. Technical difficulties change things around. They change the sides on the scoreboard as well. So I think that's why you and I both looked at each other confused as to where things were coming from. So 39-35, Southwest is up, and Southwest in possession of the ball as well. Cheslake taking things nice and slow here for Southwest. As Maddie Willie steps back for a long three, that bounces off the front of the rim and out.
So it is Pirates with the 39-35 lead over Ipswich here. We're back. I think we're back. We've got all the technical difficulties sorted and out of the way.
Just hopefully this rain stays away and lets us do our thing.
Yeah, we'll try and see if we could get it all sorted out. But at the moment, Southwest up by 4. Parsons, Willie, Williams, Cheslick, and Bairstow on the floor for Southwest. You've got Abbott, Williams, Farley as Bairstow hits the jump shot. Mate, Landry, and Abbott on the floor for Ipswich. They're down 6. Williams finds Farley free in the corner. Baseline jump shot rolls in and out. Abbott gets fouled. On our way to the bucket, that one's going to go on Cheslick. I think that's Cheslick's third personal. So Cheslick with 3 personal fouls, 5:38 to go in the third quarter here. Cheslick's going to stay out there with the 3. I thought Coach Chaney might want to go to the bench. He's going to let Cheslick play with the 3. He's going to have to be careful. He doesn't want to pick up that 4th anytime soon. And here comes the press from Ipswich. Willie gets around the pressure from Farley. Tries to find Cheslick, but Farley comes up with the steal. Farley skip pass to Williams. Good ball movement here from Ipswich. Mate puts it on the deck, gets to the rim and lays it in. Nice play there from Rachel Mate.
Yeah, Ipswich really working hard to keep themselves in this game here. They've managed to crack it back down to a 2-point lead for Southwest.
It's an 8-second violation. I thought they were going to get the foul called there on Cheslick.
Yeah, it's probably the best outcome there for Southwest. I mean, it's either 8 seconds in the backcourt or it's an offensive foul on Cheslick, making it her 4th personal.
Hey, good job there by Landry pressuring Cheslick. And Southwest knows that pressure is coming. They need to be better prepared and execute their break a bit better than they did on that possession.
Yeah, definitely so. Southwest, I think, just getting a little bit rushed, a little bit panicky here. And as we've discussed in the past, Southwest doesn't always have the greatest third quarter. So hopefully they don't let that get to them here tonight, and they actually can continue to work into this third and really try and just break this Ipswich defense, especially with this pressure that's actually doing really, really strong in the backcourt at the moment, to just try and hold their lead.
Ipswich going to work the ball around the perimeter. They look inside. Walker gets it. Goes at the defense. Layup is good, plus the foul. Let's see if they give this one to. That one, I think it's going to go on Amanda Beatson. Yeah, it is going to go on Beatson. So Walker doing a good job catching and attacking the glass.
Yeah, Coach Chaney doing the right thing as well, going on the bench and having a timeout. Southwest really not coming out too great in this third quarter here, so they need a bit of a rest to talk through a game plan to get themselves back in front.
Yeah, it's 41 all. There's a break on the floor, so we'll take one as well. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. We're knotted at 41 in your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Welcome back to the Hibiscus Sports Complex. Drunk Warner and Regan Baker here with you. Second time I called you Regan Bacon.
I think you just got food on your mind, yeah.
I got bacon on my mind.
Look, I don't mind being called bacon. I mean, I do love me some good bacon, so it doesn't work out too bad on my end.
The free throw is good for Ipswich, so they now have the 1-point lead, 42-41. And the third quarter woes of Southwest continue. Parsons beats the press herself. She's triple teamed. They need to attack now.
Yeah, great defense there from Ipswich. I mean, Rachel Mate doing such a good job keeping in front of Sydney Parsons. So we see the long 3 coming from Bairstow. She'll put Southwest back in front.
They really need to get Bairstow on the score sheet again here. She's been quite quiet so far tonight. Williams going to try and answer with her own 3, and she does. Great hit there by Georgia Williams. There's a bit of pressure, and it's going to be a foul called. That one's going to go on Williams. She hit the 3 on one end, then picks up the personal foul on the other. Sid Parsons calling out the play for Southwest. There's 8 on the shot clock. Parsons has it, skips it over to Bairstow, driving baseline, spin, pull-up jumper, rolls off. The back of the rim, Walker comes down with it, it's 3-on-2. Mate swatted away by Maddie Willie.
Once again, Maddie Willie just really taking control of this game for her team. She's not only doing it on the point side of things, but defensively as well. What a huge block and a great stop there for Southwest.
Great stop there for Willie. Under 4 to go. Teams are tied at 45. Mate driving baseline, kicks it out to Abbott. Jump shot is short. Walker with the offensive rebound. She's fouled from behind by Sydney Parsons.
Yeah, Southwest once again find themselves in a little bit of foul trouble. That puts up 4 for the team. So they're going to play the last 3.5 minutes. Pretty much foul free, or they're going to be sending Ipswich to the line yet again.
I think we see the difference in Ipswich. They're doing a pretty good job on the offensive glass, Regan, but they're doing a lot of their work inside, so they're picking up those fouls, putting the pressure on Southwest.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's going to make the difference in this game as well. I mean, I've said on multiple occasions now that I really think Southwest needs to go to the inside and really use the height advantage that Cheslake and Bairstow have, whereas Ipswich is doing exactly that. They're utilising Walker and Bianca Abbott on the inside to get the easy buckets.
Yeah, Landry that time scored inside, gives the Ipswich Force the lead, 47-45. Then Walker is going to get picked up with the blocking foul on Sydney Parsons. Just seem a little bit disorganized, Southwest, don't they?
Yeah, they do a little bit at the moment. Really, I think they're just getting a little bit stressed out about the score at the moment. So they're not playing their usual game. They're not focusing. They're not passing the ball around. As we see Cheslake, nice little left-handed hook shot on the inside for 2.
Yeah, great job there by Cheslake. She's got 6 points and 11 rebounds tonight for Southwest.
Yeah, and I think Ipswich is in Southwest's head at the moment. You know, they're just getting rattled and they're not playing their usual game of basketball. Whereas Ipswich they're staying maintained, they're staying focused, and they're really showing that they've got what it takes to take this game.
Energy seems to have picked up for the Pirates here in the last minute or two. Bairstow's open for top of the key 3. That's wet.
That'll hopefully give Southwest the confidence they need just to bring things back under control, and hopefully Bairstow keeps taking those shots where she is nice and open. And I mean, that in particular is just going to give her the confidence as well.
Landry's fouled there by Cheslake. That's going to be her 4th personal, and you see right away Coach Cheney going to Amanda Beatson. Cheslake hasn't been the offensive force we've come to expect, but she's done a great job on the glass, and of course defensively, contesting and changing shots. She's now going to have a seat on the bench. We might not see her for a little while, Regan. This is a really important passage of play for both teams.
Yeah, this is going to really sort of tell where this game is going to go. I mean, Southwest up by 2 now. Not having Cheslake on the floor is going to really put Southwest on a bit of a stress, both defensively and offensively as well. But hopefully Maddie Willie just continues to show what she's got to offer, especially after that first half that she had. And hopefully Steph Bairstow really starts to perform on the inside as well as from the 3-point line.
Landry goes 1 of 2. Willie floats one up. That's off, but Beatson follows with the putback. Be huge if they can get an offensive contribution from Beatson as well.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, Beatson still has the height advantage over, I think, everyone but Bianca Abbott on the floor. So if she goes to work on the inside and just uses the strength that she's got, I mean, she can make a very big difference on the inside.
Williams misses the 3-point attempt, but she's fouled there by Talisha Manamaluga. So Williams going to go to the free throw line for 3 shots. Williams so far tonight, she had a season-high 22 last week. She comes in with 6 points on the evening. She's 2 of 6 from the field. These are going to be her first free throw attempts for tonight.
Yeah, Southwest is once again putting too many fouls on the board. I mean, they've got 15 fouls so far in this game to Ipswich's 10. I think they need to work on that a little bit. I mean, 15 fouls to give away is quite a lot, especially when you're sending the opposition to the free throw line. And they are going to do exactly that for the next 2 minutes in this quarter.
Yeah, Williams is a pretty good free throw shooter. She's at about 82% on the season. She hit the first 2 but missed the third.
So 2-point lead now for Southwest. They just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Maddie Willie in control. And she's going to have to do exactly that if Southwest wants to keep themselves in the lead coming into this three-quarter time break.
That foul there is going to be going the Ipswich captain, Marnie George, for a pushing foul. So that's the third team foul for Ipswich. Celeste Williams nearly has it stolen by O'Sullivan. There's 5 to go on the shot clock. Southwest has to make something happen quickly here. Manamaluga is going to fire the three. It's off. Walker comes down with the defensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's an opportunity where I think Beatson just didn't box out quite as hard as she should have. Walker seemed to get that pretty uncontested. When I think if Walker had to put a little bit more pressure on, she could have come down with that O board and got an extra 2 points.
That's a great look from Landry to O'Sullivan. Ipswich scores, and then Southwest turns it over on the other end. So again, the pressure getting to Southwest here.
Yeah, and I think once again as well, Southwest is showing that they are a rattled team. They got a couple of good quick points in that Steph Bairstow three-pointer and the nice inside layup from Beatson. But I think they're still a little bit rattled by the score here, 52 apiece. Sorry, 50, I think it's 52 apiece.
52-50 the lead. That's what they have on the clock. And again, does look like they're having some clock issues as George picks up the personal foul yet again. Definitely some clock issues here, Regan, at the moment. The main clock is showing just under 56 seconds, while the other minor clock is showing just under 54.
Yeah, and showing 14 fouls as well, when we know for a fact it's 5.
Still have it at 52-50.
Maddie Willie putting one away for Southwest, and a second as well.
Parsons going to check in for Willie, and Farley checking in for Landry.
Yeah, score still showing us 52-50 on the clock here. So I believe the score is 54-52. That's what's showing on Live Stats Australia as well. So we'll keep you updated in terms of what's going on with the scoreboard. But 54-52, we believe, is the score here. So 2 points to lead going towards the Pirates as we're just investigating with what's going on the score.
Manamaluga got called for the personal foul. Going to send Farley to the free throw line for a couple shots. Renee Tees checks in for Manamaluga.
Yeah, Sid Parsons asking the exact same question that we had. What's going on with the scoreboard? That tough rain really just affecting things here tonight. It's thrown out your internet. It's thrown out our scoreboards. Nothing seems to be going to plan tonight.
Yeah, see, as quickly as the rain hit, it seems to have dissipated already. The lead for Southwest has dissipated as well. It's 54-53. Pirates under a bit of pressure here. There's 8 on the shot clock. Parsons has it. Lots of dribble. She's going to throw up the teardrop. It's off. And I believe Ipswich can hold for the final shot. There is no shot clock, so Ipswich will hold. Down 1. Farley has it now with 6 to go. Kicks it out to Williams in the corner. George wide open for 3. It's off. Tipped around, and that's going to end the quarter. And the Southwest Metro Pirates going to cling to a 1-point lead heading into the fourth quarter break, 54-53. Regan, it's been well documented. We've talked about it time and time again, the struggles of Southwest in that third quarter. They struggled, but they're still with the lead heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, look, it's probably one of the better third quarters I've seen Southwest play. I mean, it definitely wasn't the greatest quarter that they've played all game. Ipswich did outscore them 23-19 in that quarter, so they did break away some of that deficit. Southwest, they are still coming into the final quarter 1 point up. Is it enough? I think it's all going to depend on whether Southwest really comes out in this fourth quarter to play and to compete. And I think they just need to resettle themselves and just take care of the pill. I mean, they just need to be focusing on what they're doing well. And what they're doing well is scoring from the inside. I mean, if they keep jumping on the outside and taking those long bomb three-point shots, which realistically just aren't working for them at the moment, they're only at 27%. They're scoring 5 from 18 so far from long. But if they go to the inside and just keep crashing the inside, they're 22 from 55 on the inside at 40%. That's where their points are coming from. So they need to focus on what they're doing right, and they can maintain this lead.
Yeah, Ipswich with a pretty valiant effort to cut the lead to that 1 point. So we'll see what happens. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the fourth quarter of action here on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here at the Hibiscus Sports Complex. 54-53 the lead for Southwest over Ipswich in this huge QBL matchup between the 9th place team, Southwest, and the 7th place team, Ipswich. A win here would will bring them both to a 6-7 record. Southwest would have the win over Ipswich, though, in the record book. Landry nearly lost the offensive rebound. She recovered, and then Walker is fouled. That one could go on Cheslick. They're going to give that one, though, to Steph Bairstow. Shelby Cheslick playing with 4 personal fouls, Regan. I think Coach Cheney took a deep breath on that one when he found out it was going to be Bairstow on the foul.
Yeah, very big relief. Second personal foul there for Bairstow, so not too much concern. But if Shelby Cheslick gets fouled out at this point in time in the game, it will cause a very big destruction to Southwest's momentum. I mean, Cheslick not doing a lot scoring-wise in tonight's game, but she's hit a massive 12 rebounds. So if she comes out of the game, Southwest might find it hard to keep pulling those defensive rebounds and preventing Ipswich's second chance points.
Yeah, 2 free throws missed. Landry going to get called for the charge. Kelly Page, one of the top charge takers in the QBL competition, picked that one up there.
Yeah, I think she's got to pick up a charge almost once a week. I think every single game that we've covered, she's at least gone to the deck once on a defensive foul.
At least once, sometimes more.
And that's the kind of momentum I think that Southwest needs. Ipswich, second scoring opportunity for the quarter, goes awry, and they have a chance now to score their own.
54-53. Pirates clinging to this 1 point lead. That's not going to help. The turnover there from the pass from Willie goes out of bounds off the hands of Kelly Page.
Yeah, Southwest not doing great in the turnover side of things in tonight's game. That'll be the 12th turnover for Southwest. Ipswich, they're sitting at 13 as well, so no team doing real well in the turnover chart tonight.
Eaton in a bit of trouble, has to step through. Pass stolen by Page. But then she turns it right back over to O'Sullivan. All these little possessions here can hurt you. There's a great opportunity for Southwest to capitalize on something. Instead, they lose it. But again, Walker turns it over now for Ipswich.
Yeah, I think this fourth quarter is really going to come down to who can hold their legs. We've seen that both teams have the ability to get to the paint and score the bucket. This fourth quarter is going to come down to who can maintain, as we see Steph Bairstow take a huge, important three-point shot there for Southwest.
Yeah, the shot hasn't been there for Bairstow tonight, but that was a big bucket, increasing the lead to 4.
Yeah, definitely so. So I think this is going to come down to who doesn't fall apart as a team. Seen lots of little nitty-gritty turnovers there for both teams. Whoever's able to maintain themselves the best will come out victorious, I think.
Ball went out of bounds off the hands of Sydney Parsons, so it's going to stay with Ipswich. Rachel Mate going to check in for Ashton Eaton. Ipswich has Farley, Walker, Landry, O'Sullivan, and Mate. Southwest answers with Cheslick, Bairstow, Willie, Parsons, and Page. There's 11 to go on the shot clock, and Mate has possession for Ipswich. Throws up the floater. It's too strong, and Cheslick comes down with it. Beatson going to get set to check in. Parsons splits the defense. Over to Page. Three-pointer is too strong. Then the ball hit the upper stanchion, so that's out of bounds.
Shelby Cheslake just going to check. Oh, no. She's going to check out Sydney Parsons by the looks of it. So Parsons going to take a bit of a break. Amanda Beatson coming in. Southwest going with a very tall team at the moment. You got the triple threat. You got Bairstow, Cheslake, and Beatson on the field. Going to make it very hard for Ipswich to score on the inside. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually do to try and combat that strong presence in Southwest's defense.
Yeah, Pirates are in the man-to-man here, so just going for big on big. They get a steal, though. Willie with the tap. Beatson comes down with the ball, and now Willie pushing. She's got numbers. Bairstow's wing three is off. And Cheslake can't be too aggressive on those offensive rebounds. She doesn't want to pick up her 5th foul. She gets a block, though. Doesn't have to leave her feet for it.
Yeah, straight away we see what the difference is made with getting Beatson onto the field and having a 3-man strong big presence on the inside. Bairstow and Cheslake doing a really good double team there to get that turnover.
So Cheslake has it now. Pirates have 10 seconds to go. Walker ties up Page. Possession arrow favors Southwest, though, so it's going to stay with the Pirates as Williams checks in for Ipswich, and O'Sullivan's going to get a breather.
Meanwhile, Coach Cheney's on ball getting duties. Just collecting that one there for the referees. So Kelly Page passes in for Southwest. So 7 minutes and a bit to go here. Southwest can't convert on that opportunity. Ipswich now with a fast break as Williams goes up. Hers bounces off the front of the rim.
Yeah, that's a tough shot there by Georgia Williams. A good job on the glass by Shelby Cheslake. Now Cheslake has it, skips it over to Page. 5 on the shot clock. Willie's 3 rattles home. And Coach George going to take a timeout as his team is now down 7, 60-53. Good timeout taken there, Regan. Southwest was getting stops and putting the ball in the bucket at the other end.
Yeah, defensively speaking, I think Southwest is outperforming Ipswich at the moment. Having those 3 strong presences on the inside is preventing Ipswich from going into the keyway, which is where a lot of their scoring opportunities have come from. So Ipswich just needing a bit of a break to try and work out what they're going to do to get around having those strong 3 players on the inside.
It's the timeout here, so we'll take one as well. 6:42 to go in the game. Southwest up 7 on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. We're back live here in the Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's a 7-point lead for Southwest over Ipswich. Good defense there by Cheslake. Walker misses. Cheslake still being a bit conservative. Doesn't want to pick up that 5th personal. Landry comes up with the steal, though. She's clear to the bucket. Left-handed layup is good.
Yeah, I think Cheslake's just going to have to play a little bit conservative in this last quarter here. The last thing Southwest wants is for her to foul out. She's got such a strong presence on the offensive side of the field, so she might just have to take a little bit easy just to make sure she can maintain herself in this game for that last 2 minutes. As Amanda Beatson picks up an illegal screen for Southwest. Not exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, it's a tough call. We've seen them make a few of those blocking or moving pick foul calls.
Yeah, I think it's been a big focus in the QBL this year. A lot of the referees really honing down on messy screens. I mean, they are quite dangerous, especially when they're being set behind a player where you can't see where they're coming from. But obviously the QBL's decided they want to focus on that this year.
Farley threw that one out of bounds. Good pressure from Beatson. Beatson going to get a breather. Pretty good run there from Beatson. Gave him some good minutes.
Yeah, given a really good, strong defensive presence down the defensive end, making a huge impact in stopping Ipswich from scoring.
Parsons looking inside for Cheslick. She has it one-on-one. She doesn't want to pick up that foul, so doesn't want to be too aggressive. Bairstow has it, though, with 7 on the shot clock now. Bit of contact, and she can't finish the shot. That's going to pick. That foul looks like it's going to go on Cheslick.
That's really, really unfortunate.
That's a tough foul call there. That's going to be the 5th personal there on Shelby Cheslick. So she's done for the night. She can't believe it. I don't think the crowd can believe it either. Coach Cheney wants an explanation. Referee doesn't want to give one, I don't think.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love Tom Peasley as a referee. He's one of my greatest mates on the court. I don't know if he saw the full situation there. I was right in front of it and saw everything that was going on. Landry basically just stepped up there. Cheslick had no idea where the player was. It was complete incidental. There was no malice in it. There was no intention. I think he just picked up that last moment and seen the 2 girls go over. I mean, from my perspective, I'd be more than happy to see a no call on that kind of situation because realistically, both players were at fault. Landry should never have been there in the first place. She was just meandering up the court. Cheslick's bumped into her incidentally. So very unfortunate situation there, especially get Cheslick out of the game. That's going to be a big problem for Southwest.
It's a big, big problem, that's right, because they don't have their big player, Shelby Cheslick, to defend the rim with 5 minutes to go, and they're clinging to a 5-point lead. Williams turns it over, though. Bairstow comes down with it.
It's definitely not game over for Southwest, though. I mean, Maddie Willie has really been driving the team tonight. She's still by far the MVP in my eyes. So if she can continue to perform in this game.
Markel Walker gets called for the pushing foul on Beatson. Beatson set in the tough screen there. So 2nd team foul, 4th personal foul on Markel Walker.
Could be a very interesting game if Markel Walker fouls out as well. We lose 2 of our best players.
And in the game.
Yeah.
Now got 5 minutes to go, though. Willie layup attempt is good. Maddie Willie is cooking with gas tonight.
Just proving that she doesn't need Cheslick on the field to perform. Maddie Willie on a huge 28 points in tonight's game. Really shining. So we see Farley down the other end with a long 3-bomb for Ipswich.
Yeah, nice shot there from Farley. She shot that one with confidence. The 4-point lead now for Southwest. They need to take care of the ball and work the clock here. Willie's going to fire a 3. That rolls in and out.
I think Southwest just needs to not rush things now. They just need to play their own game. They need to go with where the ball is. What's been performing.
That was a great no-look pass there for Walker. She left her feet, looked to Williams, kicked it to Mate, who was wide open, and she drained it to cut the lead to 1. 62-61, 4:10 to go in the game.
Yeah, Southwest just really needs to go inside now. They need to stop looking for those long 3-point attempts, and they just need to get the ball inside to the likes of Bairstow. I mean, Willie's got such a punishing drive through the center of the court as well. They need to be taking the easy opportunities. They don't need to be scoring triples at the moment. They just need to maintain their lead and get the easy buckets.
Parsons has her pocket picked by Landry. What a read there by Landry. She can't finish, though. Willie contests the shot. Parsons up ahead to Beatson, who puts it in.
This is going to be a great finish, John. 64-61. Both teams playing strong down both ends of the floor. This is going to be an incredible finish with 3.5 minutes to go.
Farley again puts the ball on the deck, going at the defense. Layup attempt is good. Coach Cheney called the timeout. I think he waved it off after Beatson hit that layup. 3:20 to go, 1-point lead for Southwest. Willie skips it over to Bairstow. She's going to fire the 3. That's good. Huge bucket there by Steph Bairstow.
Yeah, all-important goal there from Bairstow. Really shining now from the 3-point line after those first 3 misses early on in the game.
Farley looks to answer on the other end. Her shot is short. Parsons comes down with it for Southwest. We're under 3 now, and it's a 4-point lead, 67-63 for Southwest.
Yeah, Southwest just needs to maintain this lead now. I still think they just need to control. They don't need to try and add significantly to their score by getting these triples. I know I keep focusing on this point, but they don't need to be scoring 3s. They need to be getting safe, easy buckets, and that comes from the inside, not from the out.
67-63. That was a turnover there by Bairstow. The ball went out of bounds off of her leg. Now Walker working on Willie. Her shot blocked, but there's a foul call. They're going to give that one to Maddie Willie. So Walker going to go to the line for a couple shots.
And the second foul for Willie as well.
Walker missed the first. She's struggling from the free throw line tonight. That's her. She's only 2 of 7 from the charity stripe. Landry as well, 2 of 6. Walker hits the second one, and I tell you what, Regan, if Ipswich loses that game, they're going to look right at that free throw stat. They're going to see why they lost.
Yeah, as a team, they're shooting at 45%. It's probably a little bit different now. I think they're going to be 10 from 22. So they're definitely under 50%, which is not good from the free throw line.
And they only shot 67% from the free throw line in their win last week versus Gladstone. Williams gets the bucket plus the foul on Steph Bairstow. So Georgia Williams going to go to the line for a free throw shot to tie the game with 2:12 to go. Coach Cheney's going to take a timeout, Regan, so we'll take one as well. It's a 1-point lead for the Pirates over Ipswich on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you at the Hibiscus Sports Complex. 2:12 to go in the game. It's a 1-point lead here for Southwest. What Ipswich is at the line for one shot in the hands of Georgia Williams. Williams has an opportunity to tie it up. Regan, we might have a whole new game with 2:12 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, I think Southwest defense is what's letting them down at the moment. I mean, 2 easy drives to the inside. The last one there being a foul as well. So Southwest just need to get back and play the game they were playing in the first half. I mean, they led almost the entire game, and it's only just now that they're really starting to crumble a little bit as we go to 67 apiece. So drawn game with 2 minutes to go. I think Southwest just needs 2 things if they want to keep themselves in this game. They need to defensively pick up their footwork, and offensively they just need to get the easy buckets and focus on what's been working all game, which is going inside.
Willie has it now with 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. She was looking for Bairstow. It wasn't there. Willie flips it up, doesn't fall. Tipped around, and Walker saves it for Ipswich. Landry open inside. Layup is good. That's a good find there from Markel Walker, and Ipswich takes the 2-point lead with 1:40 to go in the game.
Yeah, Southwest going to have to scrape at the bottom of the barrel at the moment, try and find something to get themselves back in this game because it's not working for them at the moment.
Bairstow drives baseline. She's fouled. That one's going to go on Landry. That's the 3rd team foul on Ipswich, we think. It is. So Ipswich still has a few fouls to give here with 1:27 to go. Southwest has it now underneath the Ipswich basket. Let's see if they can get a quick cheap one here. Willie inbounds to Parsons. She's got to bring it back out. Now Page. 8 on the shot clock. Bairstow has it. Gets the defender in the air. Jump shot is good from Steph Bairstow. That's a big bucket for the Pirates. Knots it at 69.
Southwest defense all crucial now to try and prevent the score from Ipswich. Good job there from Maddie Willie, but Rachel Mate takes the long three. That's no good.
That was a great rebound, too, there by Maddie Willie. Under a minute now to go in the game. It's all tied up at 69. Southwest will be looking. You got to think they're going to look for Bairstow or Willie here. Paige puts it on the deck. Her jump shot is up, and she banks it home to give the Pirates a 2-point lead. And Coach George from Ipswich going to take a timeout. Regan, let's keep it here. 71-69. I thought for sure it would go to Bairstow or Willie, but Paige steps up to bank home a huge shot.
And I've been saying for weeks now that I like Kelly Paige as a player. I mean, in previous weeks, she's come off the bench and done an absolutely amazing job. She stepped up tonight to be one of the starting five, and she's really shown her form as well. She hasn't done a lot points-wise tonight, but offensively, she's been passing the ball around. She's made some really great offensive plays here, and that just goes to show. Clutch moment of the game. She gets the team in front by 2. She's such a great addition to the Southwest team this year, and she's doing some really impressive work.
Yeah, that was a huge shot. Nothing more impressive than that bank shot there from Kelly Paige. Putting the Pirates up 2. There's 42 seconds to go in the game. Ipswich just needs to make sure they take care of the pill coming out of this timeout, and they want to get a good look at the basket. They probably want something at the basket, too, because Southwest is already in the penalty. So you got to think Coach George is drawing something up with some action, getting to the rim.
Yeah, see, I don't think Ipswich is going to try and take a long three-point shot to get the win. I think they're going to look for the open 2, and then they're going to prevent Southwest from scoring down the other end. So Ipswich's strength has come from the inside. So I think they're going to try and work their way around the Southwest defense to get to the bucket, to draw it up at 71 apiece, and then they're just going to play the strong defensive game to keep it at a draw.
Yeah, and I think Ipswich also, they only have the 3 team fouls, so they'll be able to foul if they need to, but they want to make sure that if they are going to foul, that it's going to prevent the Pirates' bucket. So they got to make sure that they do it and stop Southwest from scoring. Walker goes inside. That's the turnover they didn't want. Then there's a foul called on Ipswich. So double jeopardy there for the Ipswich Force. The turnover plus the foul. Coach Cheney going to take a timeout. Regan will take one as well. 34 seconds to go. Pirates up 2 on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. We're back live at Hibiscus Sports Complex. 34 and a half seconds to go in the game. Pirates are up 2. Coach Cheney took the timeout. I'm assuming he wants to set something up here to get a good look at the basket. Ipswich does not have to foul. If they do foul, though, we'll put them in the penalty, and Southwest will be shooting free throws.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I don't think Ipswich has much choice but to foul on this opportunity, as we just see a little bit of an out-of-bounds play there.
Yeah, Walker kicked it out of bounds, so the shot clock will reset for Southwest.
Yeah, I mean, this could go one of 2 ways. I mean, Ipswich is either going to foul immediately and get them to the line, or they're going to drag it out, because there is a 10-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Foul call there. They're going to get that one on Rachel Mate, the block on Steph Bairstow. That's the 15th foul, so it should be free throw shots here for Steph Bairstow. And Bairstow going to go to the free throw line.
But the reaction there from Landry as well, I don't think a foul is what Ipswich was looking for. Especially not on Steph Bairstow.
Yeah, she's probably one of the least likely players that you want to send to the free throw line. She hit the first, so it makes it a 3-point game. The second one makes it a 2-possession game. Ipswich going to take a timeout. Regan, let's keep it here. Southwest doing a really good job there, getting the ball into the hands of Steph Bairstow, and Bairstow making something happen out of nothing, really. Ipswich needs a quick 2, though, you think?
Yeah, I think they're going to get the ball on the floor and they're going to drive straight to the bucket to get the 2 points on the line as quickly as they possibly can. If they can get a nice early 2, let's say by 20 seconds, that gives them plenty of time to make the foul, get the ball down the other end, hope Southwest misses some free throws, and get the ball back up the court to get themselves into a draw territory. I don't think Ipswich is going to be able to win things from here, but I definitely think they're going to have the ability to get themselves into a tiebreaker.
Well, there's a lot of time left, Regan. There's still 30 seconds to go. Ipswich, if they can get a quick 2, never know what will happen. But this is going to be the key, how quickly they can get to the basket and if they can convert.
Yeah, definitely so. So I think that's going to be the important part. Get the ball in the hands of probably the likes of Markella Walker. Get her to the bucket as quickly as possible to get those points on the board. And realistically, 2-point game, 25, 24 seconds to go. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, there's still a bit of confusion here. It's 73-69 the lead. We have it correct. Definitely some technical difficulties here tonight. I think the storm took out my router too, so blame the storm. It's definitely not us humans. It's the technology. That's what I say. Definitely not the score bench either. They're doing a great job. Ipswich with the clock running down. They got to get a shot off quickly here. There's Farley. She has it. Mate's going to fire a 3. It's banked home. It cuts the lead to 1. They're going to have to foul here, Ipswich. They get Willie in a tough spot, though. Parsons has it. She's got to beat the clock, and Landry going to foul Sydney Parsons with just about 10 seconds to go in the game. Parsons going to go to the line for 2 shots. How about that shot, though, there from Rachel Mate?
Yeah, clutch
it wasn't
shot
pretty,
as well. No,
but it counts.
No, it wasn't the best shot I've ever seen Rachel Mate take, but what a time to make a rushed out of position shot. Bringing this down to a 1-point game, so we're sitting at 72-73. Southwest up by 1. Sid Parsons going to the line.
Huge free throw shots here from Sydney Parsons.
10 seconds is plenty of time for Ipswich to score here, so all important for Southwest to get both these free throws to give themselves a chance to stay in front.
I think that was Landry's 5th personal, so George going to check in for Landry. Parsons going to go to the free throw line for a couple shots.
Referees just constantly having to give both coaches an update in terms of what the score actually is. Scoreboard here stuck at 72-73. 75-72, which obviously isn't correct.
Yeah, we definitely have the correct score. It's 73-72. There's about 10 seconds left on the game clock, and Parsons hits the big first one. Second one is up. That's good as well, so it's a 3-point lead. Pirates do not want to foul here. Mate was looking for the screen. She gets it from Walker, and now Farley has it. Over to Mate. Mate's open for 3. The shot is up. It's off. Willie comes down with it. Ipswich fouls, but they're going to say it was after the whistle. So Southwest sweats one out here and picks up a huge win over the Ipswich Force, 75-72. Regan, this puts Southwest in a great position when it comes to finals.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, this isn't the last time Ipswich and Southwest are going to see each other either. I think the last round of the season, Southwest comes up against Ipswich again. This will give them a bit of confidence coming into the game, but also I think it'll rattle with their heads a little bit because they know that they're not going to be able to go into that last game thinking it's going to be an easy win. I mean, they had to really work tonight to get themselves that victory by 3. So Southwest having a really great game, but it does put them in a very good position. I mean, they're setting themselves up for the next couple of games. They've got a couple of easier games coming up as well. So a couple of extra wins here may see Southwest get themselves into that top 8.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tight finish to the QBL season on both ladders, but this evens the records of Ipswich and Southwest at 6-7. I think with the win, Southwest will just inch above Ipswich on the ladder.
Yeah, I think with the way the new one works, it goes as for and against as well. So Southwest getting the win tonight, I think it'll bump them just ahead of where Ipswich is sitting. I think that's how it works. It's hard to know with this new system. But either way, both teams definitely still in finals contention, fighting their way up there. I mean, Ipswich has a couple of little things to work on coming into that final game when they do come up against Southwest as well. but performing absolutely admirably tonight. I mean, all credit has to go out to, Landry outperformed the team tonight. She scored 18 points, pulled down a couple of rebounds as well, but Markel Walker as well, 13 points, a whopping 16 rebounds, really working for Ipswich on the defensive rebounds as well.
Yeah, Ipswich did a good job. They were led by Landry, like you said. Walker had a pretty nice game as well. And Mate were finished in double figures. Georgia Williams also had a good game for Ipswich. For Southwest, leading the way was Maddie Willie. She was definitely the player of the game. Finished with 28 points on 12 of 23 shooting. She was 10 of 14 from 2, 2 of 9 from 3, and a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She also added 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Also in double figures for Southwest was Steph Bairstow. She had 22 points on 8 of 19 shooting, 4 of 10 from 3. She had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. So those are the two players. They had 50 of the 75 points for Southwest. It's a pretty good double header you have there for Southwest. But Regan, since those technical difficulties were still going on, I think we're going to wrap things up because we want to get those sorted in time for the men's game. Don't forget, we will have the men's game coming up for you shortly here between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Ipswich Force. Got to thank Jacob Beals on the camera, Regan Baker on the production and the commentary. I'm John Guarno. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and for dealing with us through those technical difficulties. We'll be back with the men's game for you shortly here on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia.